I have to address the Florida Gators and Gator Nation. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to sit here and we're going to have a state and emergency talk with the Florida Gators. All right. In this state of emergency, the Florida Gators, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a rough year for us Gator fans, especially in football. We see the talent. We see the talent. We see it. But for some reason, it wasn't our season. All right. It wasn't our season. We finished the season 5-7, 15 in ACC East. We are not going to a bowl game this year after we lost to Florida State at home. That's like we did it them 2 years ago when they came to us with the same scenario and we knocked them off and they didn't make it to a bowl game. This is our turn that we didn't make it to a bowl game. And there's reasons why we are at 5-7. All right. We opened the season to get to Utah. They didn't have their starting quarterback, and we was not ready for this game whatsoever. Despite them having playing two backup quarterbacks, we was not ready. And we had the game in hand, and yet they it was end up winning 24-11. Come home, we take care of Mini State. We come home, a big game against 11 ranked Tennessee. We take care of business with them. We beat Charlotte, and then we go to Kentucky and we get our ass whooped. Just get our ass whooped in Kentucky. And then followed that up, we take care of business at home against Vanderbilt for homecoming. We go to South Carolina, we sneak by them. Obviously, we come down to Jasper against the number one team in the land, and we knew what was coming. We understood. We understood what was coming when it came to the Georgia Bulldogs. And then at home against Arkansas, walking the all black unis for the first time ever in school history. And we lose in overtime. Then we go down to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. We go nip and tuck with Heisman finalist and Jaden Daniels, but he goes over 600 yards on us by his goddamn self, and we lose 52-35. We head from Baton Rouge to Columbia, Missouri to take on the Missouri Tigers. We go nip and tuck with the Missouri Tigers with a chance to win. Graham Hurst gets knocked out. Max Brown comes in and he has a chance to win it, but he doesn't pull it off. So we lose that game. And also, we already talked about the Florida State game and the Gridiron Roundup. All right. So those are our 7 losses. The main part is we lost the last 5 games, ladies and gentlemen. The last 5. The Florida Gators have lost. The last 5, and it's a painful one because we're talking from Georgia all the way down. We didn't win another game. We lost to Georgia. We lost to Arkansas, to LSU, to Missouri, and to Florida State. And the crazy thing is, 4 of those teams were ranked matchups. Number 1, Georgia. Number 19, LSU. Number 9, Missouri. And number 5, Florida State. And the crazy thing is, outside the Georgia game, we was in a close battle with LSU, close battle with Missouri, and a close battle with Florida State. The talent is there. It is there. But those are not the problems or why the Florida Gators did not get to a bowl game and didn't have a season that we thought we was going to have because there's 2 games that shut us down. The first one is the Kentucky game. We was rolling in, feeling good. We whooped on Tennessee. We gave them a beating that they'll never forget down in the Gainesville. And then we walked into Kentucky and got our ass whooped. Ray Davis ran for 280 damn yards and 3 damn touchdowns. Tennessee as a whole ran the ball for 329 yards and 3 touchdowns. We got our ass handed to us in Lexington, Kentucky. That was something that was not supposed to happen, but it happened. That's crime number 1. But crime number 2 is the more egregious one, okay? It's more egregious one. It's no crime number 2. Crime number 2 is in Gainesville, Florida, ladies and gentlemen. We hosted the Arkansas Razorbacks, who were coming in at 2-6. We decided to rock the black unis for the first time ever in Gator history for that game. We're talking week 10, if I recall. Week 10. We had to go in overtime because Arkansas jumped out to a 14-0 lead. We answered back with 14 points of our own. Kentucky kicks a field goal. We kick a field goal. It's 17-17 at halftime. We grab the lead at the end of the third quarter, a 3-point lead. Arkansas answers with a field goal. We get a field goal. We let them score a touchdown. We come back and score a touchdown. They kick a field goal to send it to overtime. And yet, we kick a field goal in the first overtime. And with such ease, ladies and gentlemen, with such ease, I'm gonna give you the actual final drive of the Arkansas Razorbacks. We score is Arkansas's turn. First and 10 at the Florida 25. Quarterback keeper by KJ Jefferson rushes to the left, a gain of 10 yards out of bounds to the Florida 15-yard line out of bounds. But it's a holding call on the play. That makes it first and 20 at the 35-yard line. First and 20 at the 35-yard line of Florida. KJ Jefferson runs for 20 yards to the Gator 15 for a first down. First and 10 at the 15. Raheem Sanders runs for 11 yards to the Gators 4-yard line. First down, Arkansas. And first and goal from the 4-yard line, KJ Jefferson completes pass to Tyrone Bardon for a 4-yard touchdown. Arkansas wins 39-36. We had them first and 20 at the 35. And in 3 plays, the game was over. 3 plays, the game was over. The egregiousness of that loss right there is the reason why we are not 6-6 and we are 5-7. That's the reason why. Right there. Just let Arkansas real easily go down the field and beat us in our own building. In our own building. Just smoked everything down the field, made it easy. And this is what we had to deal with. Okay? This is what I had to deal with. This is why we are 5-7 on the season. And then this leads us to next year's schedule. Ladies and gentlemen, the next year's schedule, well, we talked about it so much. This is currently in the top 3 of toughest schedules for 2024. It will be a battle for Florida in this schedule because you will see Miami, we will see UCF, and we will see Florida State. And then the ACC conference matchup. A home date with Kentucky, LSU, Ole Miss, and Texas A&M. With us having Georgia right here down in Jacksonville, Florida, where I'm currently residing at. We go to Tennessee and we go to Austin, Texas. Austin, Texas. The key games for the conference play. And also you can throw we going to Starksville to see the Cowbells in Mississippi State. The only real win we have on here is Stanford, and that's at home. Outside of that, that can go either way because that schedule right there is ridiculous. And those who you see right here, I do believe that is shit. I think that is our number one recruit right there, our new quarterback that's coming in. But speaking of quarterbacks, Graham Hurst is returning to Florida for a red shirt senior campaign and a second season with the Gators, which is good to know. So we will have our signal caller back. We'll see how the new class comes in, especially with that new quarterback coming in. See how that goes. Quite a quite a few people are jumping in the transport port out of Florida. Things like that happen. It's nothing new. Let's see. No word on Billy Napier's status, and I do believe they're gonna stick with him for nothing because this is a hard schedule. You don't want to bring in a new coach to deal with this schedule and try to do a new philosophy and all this other stuff with this type of schedule. This is a top 3 scheduling right here. Top 3. Okay. If Florida can win 8 games out of it, if Florida even make a bowl game this next season out of this schedule, leave Billy Napier alone because this is a tough schedule here. But we'll see how that goes. But it's just a rough year for Gator Nation, man. It's been a very, very rough year in football, and we got to deal with it. It is what it is at this point, and we have to deal with it. So, with that being said, that is the state of the emergency address by the Florida Gators.